That's so cool.
That is the way to come back from the
Ooh, that's a nice fish. Boy, these fish are hot. Nice fish.
The Bear River forms a horseshoe on its peculiar route from its origins in western Utah. It then flows into the edge of Wyoming, running west into Idaho and curves back into Utah, eventually feeding the Great Salt Lake.
The Bear River is really a very interesting river. It's got its own native species of cutthroats called the Bear River Bonneville Cuts. And it's a river of tremendous concern to Trout Unlimited. I'm going to meet with some great people from TU and hopefully catch some of these great Idaho fish.
Icy roads and snow flurries were the order of the day as I headed to my rendezvous with Kirk Dolly of TU, who also happens to be a bit of a Bear River junkie with a ton of local fishing know-how.
Hey, Frank.
Kirk.
How you
Good
doing?
to see you.
Good to see you.
Fine wintry Idaho day you got here.
Yeah, a couple inches of snow to keep it interesting and fresh today.
And, you know, we're fishing below Oneida Narrows Reservoir in
That's
the Narrows.
right. So this is a tailwater here, and the reservoir is about 3 miles upstream.
Okay.
We're about river mile 380 or so out of a 500-mile system, so we're quite a ways down in the Bear River.
Well, let's go see what's in the Bear River.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll get my stuff.
Kirk and I were anxious to hit the river, but our rigging was pleasantly interrupted by a couple of local fishermen who were thrilled to have On the Rise showcasing TU's efforts on their home water.
Where should I sign this, Larry? Can I sign this and
Anywhere,
give this to you? All right. My penmanship's not very good.
That's all
I
right.
can tell you that. Check it out. That's actually legible. All right. Thanks, Larry.
You bet.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you. Good to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
I'm Brian.
Well, wish us luck, Brian. Yeah.
Fun.
Kirk led me to the tailwater below Oneida Dam, one of the many migration barriers along the Bear River. Though the tailwater created by the dam is a fertile and vibrant trout fishery, this and other dams on the Bear impede the travel of the river's native fish, the Bonneville River cutthroat.
Little river crossing, get things started. The Bear River's got some push to it.
This is a migratory subspecies of cutthroat, and TU and its partners are hard at work on the Bear trying to preserve it. A critical part of this work is dedicated to reconnecting the many sections of the Bear and its tributaries that have been divided by a century of dams.
Big deep pools like this are one of the habitat types that are a little bit limiting on the Bear River. So they provide really good overwintering habitat, as you can see by the numbers of fish that are in here.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why protecting this canyon stretch and preventing that dam from being built is so important for this fishery and particularly for cutthroat trout. The habitat that would be available below the dam site if it were built is different. It's not in a narrow canyon, it's a little bit more spread out and lower gradient, and so the opportunity for these deep scoured out pools like we see here to form is lower.
Well, and that's the neat thing about the Bear River Bonnevilles is that they historically just migrate up and down
Yep.
the river for great distances to whatever habitat suits them during a particular season. And
That's exactly right.
yep, that's the thing that people don't realize about trout sometimes is that how incredibly mobile they can be.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. There's been kind of, I think it's gone through a couple paradigm shifts on thoughts of how trout actually, what their home ranges are, if you will, or how they move around in a drainage. And that's true with cutthroats here. They likely do have some home ranges that they stay in once they've set up station, but doesn't mean they're in that spot all year.
There he is. Now these are just some little rainbows. Are these planters? Are these stalkers?
Yeah, that one's got, its fins are in pretty good shape compared to a lot of the stalkers I've seen, but probably put in here last summer.
Yeah. So that's my first little Bear River stalker down here below the dam, here in the Oneida Narrows, and I know it's going to be the start of something great. See you later, buddy.
Nice work.